What's poppin', everybody? This is Sailboat4. Evolving Skies will be out in a few days. It's gonna be lit, as the cool kids would say, collectability wise and playability wise. We're gonna be talking about some emerging decks that come from this set. To be honest, I couldn't really piece together too many, especially for the standard format. I would say the best emerging decks coming out from this set are all about quality of power as opposed to variety, and most of them are going to revolve around Dragon type Pokemon. The biggest and most obvious one is going to be the rayquaza remake, Fluffy with Rayquaza VMAX. They're really pushing this deck from this set with these two Pokemon and all the other Dragon and Lightning support. It's going to work like rayquaza. If you don't know about rayquaza, basically you grab Lightning energies from the discard pile with the ability Pokemon. In this case, it's going to be Fluffy. Attach them to a Pokemon like Rayquaza VMAX, discard a lot of energies, get one-hit knockouts. Rayquaza VMAX even gets the additional benefit of being a Rengeki, Rapid Strike Pokemon, so he can utilize that support as well. And between the one-hit knockouts, large HP, no weakness, Dragon support, Rapid Strike support, all that stuff, I think this is going to be the strongest Pokemon from this set, and probably the best deck, most obvious deck you should try and build from this set if you want to be successful. I've been a fan of energy acceleration Pokemon like Fluffy for a long time, so I'm also going to be keen on using the strategy. Of course, you can use Fluffy with other Dragon type Pokemon that would use lightning energies, or lightning Pokemon, or any other Pokemon that can benefit from energy acceleration. But obviously, the strongest Pokemon to utilize it is going to be Rayquaza VMAX. Competing with Rayquaza is another very powerful Dragon type VMAX, Duraludon VMAX. This Pokemon is going to be best used with Bronzong and Zacian V. The strategy is very simple as well. Using a strong metal Pokemon like Zacian V, you use its ability, you can draw cards and keep your deck consistent. You dump metal energies, put them on Zacian through Metal Saucer, and then Bronzong can move the energies on this guy since he's Dragon type. And you have a very strong metal box sort of deck that uses the strong Dragon type Pokemon too. And it's kind of going to work like Arceus in a way with Bronzong thrown in. Duraludon has very high HP, a fantastic ability, and a fantastic attack that's going to ignore effects. His ability is going to ignore damage from Pokemon with special energies, so it's all around a perfect package on a card. It's also an Ichigeki / single strike Pokemon, so you can also utilize the cards from that archetype. Easily one of the strongest Pokemon to build a deck around from this set too. And it's probably going to be even stronger and expanded since there's more special energies and you can even use double Dragon energy to power up your own attack easily. Speaking of expanded, the rest of the decks here are basically going to be expanded only decks. I mean, I looked at the Evolving Sky set, all the different Pokemon. There's stuff like Gyarados VMAX and Actovish and I guess Vaporeon. You know, Water VMAXs you could use with Melanie or Frostmoth, but those are really obvious combinations and they don't really add anything that's too different from Lapras VMAX and other big Water VMAX Pokemon. There are a few regular Stage 2 Pokemon like Slacking, which I guess they're kind of okay, but not really. And a bunch of other decks I could have mentioned, but I can't really get behind them, like using Salamence with the Galarian Zigzagoons, Double Dragon Energy and Expand it once again. I just don't think they're going to be very good. It's kind of a waste of time mentioning them and giving people some false hope. However, we do have some tactics that are going to be powerful and expanded using Pokemon from this set, like Sylveon VMAX with the dual-type Pokemon from Steam Siege. So there used to be a deck utilizing those dual-type Pokemon from Steam Siege and using Xerneas. You could do a lot of damage using that Pokemon once you powered it up. You had a bunch of different Pokemon with different types in your bench. Dual-type Pokemon counted as two types, so they were very effective, powering up Xerneas' attack very quickly. Those decks usually ran Skyfield and stuff, so you could play more Pokemon down. And essentially, this is going to be the same thing with a much stronger Pokemon that has a lot more HP as well. Sylveon VMAX starts at 70 damage and it's going to do 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. So the idea is the same. You're going to fill your bench with all those Pokemon, evolve into a Sylveon VMAX, powered it up, and you're ready to go. You're going to be dishing out a lot of damage. The other great thing about this Pokemon, besides the fact that it's going to be more reliable as a VMAX, is that you can use triple acceleration energy to instantly power it up. You don't need two attachments of a DC and like a fairy that Xerneas used to need. And with this large HP, I mean, you discard the triple acceleration after you attack. You can basically use max potions very easily with this Pokemon, similarly to Snorlax VMAX in Expanded 2, before it kind of faded out. You can still use DCs as an additional method to power it up quick. You can even use the Welder engine, maybe even the Xerneas with Geomancy. Since it works with any energy, there's so many different ways you can try and power it up, so that's very simple. It also happens to be a Rapid Strike Pokemon, so you can even use the double Rapid Strike energy to power up. And when it comes to its energy cost, I mean, the possibilities are endless. It just has too many ways, too many easy ways to get powered up. Getting the dual type Pokemon from Steam Siege and playing that down shouldn't be too complicated either. And then you have just a very simple but powerful attacker for this deck. This is definitely one of my stronger picks when it comes to expanded decks from this set. Next up, it's just a deck built around Dragonite V as the main attacker. Built in how I built the Naganelo Guzzlord deck pretty much. Just a very simple strategy. He's compatible with double Dragon Energy, so you can easily power it up. You can use Tabu Koko Prism, get that lightning energy, have 2 lightnings on 2 different Dragonites, and then the double Dragon Energy is all you need. So that's pretty simple as well. Instead of tanking like Naganelo Guzzlord though, you're going to focus on getting one-hit knockouts. 250 is very respectable. You can power it up further with the Dragon Valley Stadium, or whatever it was called, from Crimson Invasion. It becomes 260. You slap a Muscle Band, you're at 280. And you can basically get one-hit knockouts on most of the Vs, all of the Vs pretty much, and Tag Team GX Pokemon even. He's just a very powerful, hard-hitting Pokemon. Even if you just start using Shred, doing 50, double Dragon Energy attachment, and you just straight up hit the opposition for 50, you can set up 2-hit KOs on even VMAXs with this kind of damage, and then going through the big attack. And you can easily mitigate the bench damage, negate the bench damage using Mr. Mimes. Very simple strategy, once again, very simple Pokemon, but very effective. 230 HP is excellent, no weakness. Dragon gets a lot of support. There's even a stadium in this set that can heal dragons too, so you can go that route if you want. Get some little mini healing going as well. Definitely a pretty reliable Pokemon. Next up is a more lesser strategy, but it could be kind of cool, revolving some regular Pokemon, I guess. Jumpluff, it's a Rapid Strike Jumpluff, Stage 2, very low HP with 90, but with its Fluffy Barrage ability, this Pokemon can attack twice. So it can do Spinning Attack 60 for 1, so attacking twice, that's 120. On its own, that's not very good, but if you combine this Pokemon with the Lurantis promo that has Sunny Day, a very old card at this point, maybe some people don't remember it, but the Lurantis promo with Sunny Day gives all of your Grass and Fire Pokemon an additional 20 damage, so you evolve into a few of those, and then the damage is really going to stack. Since you can attack twice, it's like you're getting the bonus damage from Lurantis 2 times. So with just one Lurantis out, that's 80. 80 times 2, that's 160. With 2 of them, you're basically doing 200 for 1 attack. So it could potentially get very dangerous very quickly, especially since Jumpluff works with 1 energy. Now the problem, of course, is that Jumpluff is a Stage 2. It's not like the Heart Gold Soul Silver days where you get this card out super quick. It's going to take some time to get out. Lurantis is also a Stage 1, and as an old promo, it's probably not going to be available to everyone. But this is definitely a tactic you can try out, I guess, if you want to use a regular Pokemon from this set. I think this Jumpluff is going to be the best one to be used with this strategy. Stuff like Slacking and, Salamence, yeah, they could work, but I think this just has more potential ceiling to be successful if you can make it work and if you can set the Pokemon up. Attacking twice per turn, with a few extra add-ons like Muscle Band, Lurantis, like I mentioned, the damage is really going to get crazy. So, something to consider. And then we got the basic Single Strike Dialga. This one is one of my favorites from this set. It probably won't be that good, but it's something you can use with Magnezone, so I'm interested with it. Just very simple, heavy impact attack, does 210, requires 2 metal energy, 1 psychic and 1 colorless, so you can easily just meet it with Magnezone, attach a psychic, and then the rest with its ability, 3 metals. You're ready to go. 210, respectable. With a few extra add-ons, you can get 1-hit KOs once again. And Chrono Wind is also a very good 3 energy attack. If any Pokemon is a Pokemon V, it won't be able to attack during your opponent's next turn. So that's kind of cool. Now you might say, dude, why not just use Zacian V or something? You're right, but this is a regular Pokemon. It's a Dragon type Pokemon. It's just something a bit different. It gives me that sort of old school Magnezone, Duskmane across my vibe. I also used Rayquaza, the Shining Rayquaza, with the Lightning Magnezone back then as well. So I'm kind of interested in using this just for fun, see if it can be kind of cool. It's going to be an expanded only deck once again, because you do need like the Metal Magnezone for this guy. But just another deck that you can use with regular Pokemon if you don't want to use Rule Box Pokemon. Only going to give one prize. And then the last deck, this is mostly kind of a bonus because I think Sandaconda VMAX is ultimately better if you're going to use with Dusknoir. But another Pokemon you can use from this set, I guess, is Noivern V. It's just going to be a basic, so it's going to be faster. It doesn't have a weakness, and these are definitely sound benefits. But its attack, Boom Burst, just does 20 damage to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So it's going to be weaker than Sandaconda VMAX for sure. I mean, 40 less damage pretty much, but it's faster. It's just a basic. It's not going to have a weakness. It doesn't have a retreat either, so it just has the perfect bottom stats, I guess, minus the resistance. And you also have the option for Synchro Loud, 2 energy attacks, so with a double dragon energy, you have access to both of the attacks. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, it does 180 for 2, or 1 in this case with double dragon energy. So there are certainly some beneficial differences compared with Sandaconda VMAX, so it might be something to consider for spread decks with Dusknoir or Tapu Lele and stuff. Definitely something to consider. These are all the emerging decks I wanted to talk about today, guys. There really isn't too much stuff. This is a very large set. There's a lot of great Pokemon, but there's mostly a variety of good tech Pokemon, like Volcarona V for fire decks, the legendary birds, Galarian legendary birds. There's a lot of different techs. When it comes to like decks, it's all about quality and strength. You know, with Rayquaza, with Duraludon VMAX, those are probably going to be the strongest decks and the main decks you're going to build from this set. Other Pokemon like the Rapid Strike Florges that can move energies around from your Pokemon to Rapid Strike Pokemon, that could have been a cool Pokemon, but I mean, the best Pokemon you could utilize that with would probably be the Rapid Strike Metagross VMAX. And, I mean, as a Metal Pokemon, you can just pair that guy up with Bronzong if you wanted to. So, it doesn't really have the right Pokemon to get paired with. Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX discards energy when it attacks, so that's not really going to work. So that's another strategy I felt kind of vain to talk about. But this is still going to be a very lit set and going to have some very powerful emerging decks, like I mentioned here. Definitely be on the lookout for dragons and even be on the lookout for Sylveon in Expanded. That could get very deadly for sure. This has been the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends. Leave a comment on any deck strategy or just emerging deck that I probably missed that could actually be kind of strong. I didn't want to mention weak ass strategies like Slacking and other Rapid Strike, Single Strike Pokemon and stuff, but there could be something that I missed. Saber 4, thank you guys for watching. We'll say.